Hey guys, so I have decided to start vlogging again. I won't be tackling one subject at a time like I used to. I'll try to talk about 2 or 3 different things. Because I'm no longer making Pies Perspective, I'll probably include some odd news stories in these vlogs. There won't be any graphics though. I like doing vlogs. It allows me to keep posting videos and writing scripts, which is something I really enjoyed. I'm also no longer worried about whether or not I get views or subscribers or whatever. I'm not going to be committing tons and tons of time to this like I was before. I'm just doing it for the joy of doing it. Some people told me that that's what I should do, and that's what I'm going to do. First topic I want to talk about is Hurricane Irene. It was big on the news. CNN was covering it. They were predicting the apocalypse. I think initially all of the alarm bells were the right thing to do. It did look like it could be a big storm. It looked like it could cause a lot of damage, and I think they needed to take precaution, especially after Katrina. But after a while, when the storm started dying down and it went from category 3 to 2 to 1 to tropical storm, it seemed to me like CNN was almost disappointed. So, you know, they send their correspondent out to the scene and the wind is blowing and they're in the little rain suit and they start telling you that it's windy and that it's raining, and you can obviously see that by them on the screen getting hit by rain and wind, but anyway, they insist on telling you how bad things are, and that, you know, they like to stand right out in the middle of it, so you really get the idea that they're really getting bombarded by the elements. Now, when this storm started dying down, they were still doing it, and after a while, it started to get pretty pathetic. You got guys that are standing out, it's, you know, raining, and every time I saw a reporter, as time went on, there would just be less of the elements, and at one point, it's not even raining. The guy's got his hood up. You know, it's just drizzling a little bit. It's barely windy. They almost wanted the storm to stay really bad. So the pièce de résistance for me was, I turned it over. It was right near the end of the hurricane, or it wasn't even a hurricane anymore. It was like a thunderstorm. And there was a CNN guy, and he's sitting there in his rain slicker, his rain poncho, or whatever you want to call it. And he's sitting there. He doesn't have his hood up, and he's talking about the hurricane. And it's sunny outside. And then icing on the cake was a couple people walked by in shorts, and then a guy drove by on his bicycle. And, you know, it was just perfect. It was perfect. You know, I'm sitting there thinking, dude, stop, it's over. Sorry the hurricane didn't cause the eastern seaboard to fall into the water or whatever it was you guys were hoping it would do. I know fear sells, but come on, guys. Just stop. In tech news, a guy who works for Apple had a prototype of the iPhone 5 at a bar with him. He took it out and left it on the bar and then apparently left. Now they're trying to track down the phone, which is going to be difficult because Apple isn't going to release any artist's rendition of what the phone looks like. This is all very top secret, of course. Now, they traced the phone via GPS to some guy's house, and they did a search, but found nothing. Now, from what I know about GPS, the device should have been within 5 feet of the signal. So I'm not sure why they would give up that search. It would obviously be somewhere in the area. So now, do I need to ask, what kind of a moron brings an iPhone 5 into a bar with him, takes it out, and then puts it on the bar? I mean, I know that people do take prototypes out into the real world to test them, but they're generally told to try to, you know, keep them hidden. I'm pretty sure this won't look too good on your performance review. I think Apple should come out with a new app, the Mission Impossible app. You give it to idiotic employees, you give the moron a code, and then you have the phone ask him for a code anytime he tries to unlock it, and if it doesn't, then it explodes into a million pieces, or it melts into a piece of butter or something, and problem solved. Now, in weird news, a 22-year-old woman from Alaska heard her dog barking. When she went to have a look, she noticed that it was being carried around by a black bear. Now, if that had been me, as much as I love my pets, I don't think I would have attacked the bear. I might have tried harsh language, given it a talking to, tried to negotiate something, but at that point, I'm turning around and I'm running for my life. This woman walked up to the bear, punched it in the nose. The startled bear dropped the dog and ran into the bushes. The woman then scooped up her dog and walked away. Now, this story is interesting because the woman survived and actually walked away. Most bears would have said, "Oh no, you didn't," eaten her alive. Still, I gotta hand it to this lady. She's got nerve. I know if I was in an alley surrounded by thugs, she's the kind of person I would want beside me. If you have enough guts to walk up and punch a bear in the head, you're obviously not afraid of anyone or anything. I kind of actually feel sorry for the bear. Imagine coming up on your friends and they're like, "Did you have lunch yet?" And you're like, "Well, I kind of had lunch, but I lost it." They're like, "Well, what happened?" And you say, "Well, you know, I had a dog and its owner came up and its owner punched me. It was a woman. A human woman punched me and took the dog." And the other bears would be like, anyway, that's it for this episode. Don't forget to thumbs up, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and thanks for watching.